the helper.
You're the helper. You are the helper. What are we making?
Salsa.
Salsa, yeah.
With our aprons.
We are wearing our aprons so we don't get messy. We found a recipe this summer for roasted salsa from Roots and Refuge, and I'll link it down below because it's a really good recipe. So we're gonna make some salsa. These are not our tomatoes. My tomatoes did not do very well in my garden, but I really like this salsa, and so I wanted to make some more. So I ended up buying a box of salsa or tomatoes at the flea market the other day. So some of them have bad spots on them, but you know, they're pretty cheap, so it's okay.
We're just gonna use them because we can't store them very long.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we made a batch yesterday, and it's really spicy. Really spicy. Nathan likes it really spicy. But I think I'm gonna add a few more tomatoes to it today, and also a little bit more onion and garlic because I think it needs a little bit more of that, and maybe some cilantro because it just needs a little more flavor, I think. Besides just the intense spice, and then I'll probably can that up while I'm roasting those tomatoes to fix that batch. I'm gonna make another batch of not so spicy salsa for the rest of us to enjoy. So that's what we're gonna do this morning.
There is more.
Anna's a pretty good garlic peeler, so I'll put her to work on doing that while I chop up the tomatoes.
Yum.
Did you get it all peeled?
I will do that next.
Okay.
Right now, I'm just gonna cut them. And then
So one thing I really like about this recipe of salsa is that you don't have to blanch the tomatoes. We roast them, so we're just cutting them in half, putting them in my pan, and then the skins will come off really easy once they're roasted. I'll show you that in a little bit. Alright, everything's ready for roasting. I have one full batch between those two pans, and then this other batch that I'm going to add to my other pan. Stick this in the oven at 350 for like 40 minutes, and boom, it'll be done. We pause our tomato making to have ice cream party with Anna. She has this little card that she uses to trace her lines and stuff. She saw it the other day, and it's become her menu for ice cream. So we get to choose which kind of ice cream we want, and then she makes it for me.
and you can do the dotted kind.
Okay, I get the dotted kind. Can I have cherries on mine?
Yeah, those are cherries.
Oh, okay, great.
Look.
Mm-hmm.
So cherry. Cherry.
Chocolate with cherry?
Look. Vanilla.
Mm-hmm. Mint?
Mint. And brown.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
Mmm.
So you're going to do all of these.
Okay.
And I'm going to do all of these.
Mmm. I'm going to see these pans are done. They kind of look done. Getting a little crispier on the edges. I'm just going to let them cool because they're really hot to handle right now. This is the veggie pan for the like the full batch of salsa that I'm making today. And this is what I'm going to add into yesterday's salsa to calm it down a little bit. These guys are now cool, so I'm going to take the skins off. Mostly, I mean, if I don't get it all. I don't, but that's okay. And I'm going to put them in my blender. Then I'll warm them up. I'm not going to like puree them, but I'm going to make them kind of chunky, kind of not. Kind of like restaurant salsa style, I guess. You could definitely do this in a food processor, but I don't have one, so you know, my blender works. Voila! I'm going to add it into my pot because this is the only thing big enough that I have to mix in yesterday's salsa with this. And voila! I put some more cilantro in here too, just to give it a little more flavor. The salsa is still pretty spicy, even adding in those extra ingredients, but it tastes okay. So I'm sure Nathan will like it a lot. I'm going to do the same thing to the rest of these tomatoes. Chuck them on the blender. I might only put in one of the jalapenos, we'll see. And then I'll add lemon juice, cilantro, and some salt. And voila! That'll be my salsa. When I blend it in the Vitamix, I just do it on a low speed, so the highest I got this time was up to a number 5, so don't want to puree it, but get it chopped up good. I did take the seeds out of the jalapenos because I would like a kind of milder batch. Kind of having troubles with the right kind of bowl here, because this is again really full. I thought it was all going to fit in here better, but probably not going to can this today. I just don't think I'm going to have enough time with the things I have to do this afternoon, so probably come back tomorrow and finish canning this. We'll give this a taste test here in a second. Once I get it mostly mixed. I also think it kind of thickened up a little bit since yesterday, the first batch I made, to today, so that's pretty cool. Here we go. I like it. Not spicy, but good flavor. No spice. Not overwhelming like that other one. Those jalapenos must have been way hotter than the other batch I did.
Look, Mom.
You want to try?
Look.
You want to try?
No.
No?
I'm gonna check to the lab. About something. I show them something.
It's definitely good. What are you gonna tell them? You doing some coloring?
I are doing coloring in my book from yesterday, last night.
Yeah.
And I did 3 pages.
No way. Now it's time for nap time. Ah! So we'll come back tomorrow or this afternoon if I decide I have enough time. And we'll can this. But right now it's just gonna go in the fridge. It'll be fine. Okay, so back on day 2 of salsa making. I have 3 quarts in here warming up to get to boiling before I pack it in jars. And then I have my canner going. I should have started these at the same time, but I did not. So once this is hot, then I can pack it in the jars, you know, put lids on them, etc. And then I'll put them in there. Jippers. And repeat with the other batches. And I have one more batch in the oven cooking. Well, I think this wraps up my salsa making day. I got 9 quarts of salsa. Some of them are quite a bit spicier than others, but it'll be okay. I had a little bit left, so I made salsa chicken in the crock pot with it because I didn't want to can like 1 quart by itself. So I just made some salsa chicken for dinner tonight with some of that leftover salsa. It will be yummy. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.